The rain had been falling for hours, tracing silver lines down the cafe window, softening the world outside into a blur of gray and gold. Inside, the warmth smelled like coffee, and laughter echoed faintly from a group of friends at the far table. But for me, everything seemed to stand still, because across from me, she sat, Era, my best friend for 7 years, the one person who had seen every version of me, broken, wild, laughing, lost, and the one person I was afraid of losing because I loved her. Come on, I said, grinning just to mask the ache beneath my ribs. Just act like you love me for the photo. People will start thinking I'm incapable of finding someone. It was meant to be a joke, a harmless throwaway line to hide a truth I could never say out loud. But then she looked at me, and her smile didn't reach her eyes this time. What if I already do? She whispered. The world fell silent. My breath caught somewhere between disbelief and fear. The rain outside seemed to pause midair. For the first time in my life, I didn't know how to smile back. Before we go deeper into this story, don't forget to like this video, comment your favorite moment, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness, where stories like this remind us what it means to feel, to love, and to live. Ira laughed lightly, as if she wanted to undo what she'd just said. But I could see it, the tremble in her hands, the way she looked away too quickly. That wasn't a joke. That was a confession wrapped in fear. I tried to diffuse the moment. You're just saying that because you feel bad for me, I said, forcing a chuckle. But my heart was pounding like it wanted out. She smiled faintly. Maybe. Or maybe I'm saying it because I've waited too long for you to stop pretending you don't feel the same. There it was, the truth. Simple, devastating, beautiful. I wanted to say something, anything, but the right words never come when your heart has waited too long. I looked at her, really looked. Her. Eyes glimmering like wet earth after rain, the corners of her lips caught between hope and hesitation. But then my phone buzzed. A message from my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend now, though I hadn't told Era yet. Still coming tonight? It read. I looked up at Era. Her eyes fell to the screen, and in an instant she understood everything. Oh, she whispered, her voice barely audible. Right, you're still with her. Era, it's fine, she said too quickly. Forget what I said. It was a joke, too. But her hands trembled as she picked up her coffee, and I knew that nothing about it was fine. That night, the city lights blurred through the rain as I sat alone in my car, parked outside her apartment. I wanted to go in. I wanted to tell her I'd broken up with my girlfriend 2 days ago because I couldn't keep pretending. I wanted to tell her that every time I joked about love, it was my way of saying I wish it were you. But I didn't go, because love, real love, terrifies people like me, people who hide behind laughter and half-truths. For weeks we didn't talk. I'd still see her stories, online. Her laughter in a group photo, her new haircut, the song lyrics she posted that always seemed to mean more than they said. I tried to move on, but every street, every song, every coffee shop whispered her name back to me. It wasn't until a month later that fate decided to corner us again. A mutual friend's wedding. I arrived late, heart heavy with the hope that maybe she wouldn't be there. But of course, she was, wearing a silver dress that caught the light every time she turned. She looked ethereal, unreachable. When our eyes met across the hall, it was like being pulled back into a memory you thought you'd buried. She smiled politely, but it didn't reach her eyes. Hey, she said when I finally walked over. Long time. Yeah, I said, trying not to sound like I'd been waiting for this moment since the day she walked away. You look, I stopped myself before saying perfect. Different. She laughed softly. Different's good, right? It's beautiful, I said. And for the first time, I didn't hide it behind a joke. Later that night, as the music slowed, I found her outside, leaning against a balcony railing, the city glittering below. The air smelled like rain again. You still joke about love? She asked without turning around. Only when I'm too scared to mean it, I said quietly. She smiled at that. Then don't joke this time. I stepped closer. The distance between us was small, but it felt like crossing years of silence. I never stopped loving you, Era, I said, even when I thought I shouldn't. She turned then, tears in her eyes but a smile breaking through. Then maybe, she whispered, you should stop thinking and just start feeling. And when I kissed her, it wasn't fireworks or music swelling in the background. It was quiet, like two stories finally finding the same ending. We didn't rush it. Love didn't suddenly make life perfect. We still fought sometimes, still feared losing what we'd found. But we learned that love isn't about grand gestures. It's about showing up, about staying even when things get heavy. Ira taught me that love isn't a question waiting for the right answer. It's a truth waiting for the right moment to be spoken. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness. Your engagement helps us continue creating stories that remind you you're not alone in how you feel. Years later, when people asked how we started, she'd always laugh and say, "He joked about me acting like he was in love. I just told him I already was." And I'd smile, knowing that sometimes love doesn't begin with fireworks. It begins with a joke and the courage to mean it.